For our next panel brings the theme Location Intelligence for Market Expansion and Revenue Optimization. And please come to the stage our moderator, Glenn Wijaya, as Associate Christian Theo and Partners.
Good morning, everyone. So a brief background on myself. As you can see on the screen, I'm a lawyer, associate at Christian Theo and Partners. So I hope to be able to moderate this session effectively. And considering the time, I'll make sure everything runs smoothly. So without further ado, I would like to welcome the first panelist for this session, Ibu Luciana Mulyadi, Managing Director of PT SC Johnson and Son Indonesia. Please welcome to the stage. Yeah, whatever. Okay, for the next panelist, we have Pak Panlinggoman Hasibuan, Global Product Data Analyst, B2C of Friesland Campina. And for the third panelist, let's welcome Pak M. Pranoto Utomo. He is the Senior General Manager Business Development of PT Mitra Adi Perkasa Tbk. And last but not least, let's welcome Pak Slamet Sumartono. He is the VP of Data, Analytical Data and Geospatial Solutions of PLN. Right. So for this session, the topic is about location intelligence for market expansion and revenue optimization. So at this panel, we'll discuss, among others, the concept of location intelligence and its relevance to market expansion and revenue optimization. We also want to learn about case studies of successful application of these technologies. And the third point we'll try to cover is data accuracy and privacy concerns in implementing location intelligence technology. And of course, we'll try to ask the panelists about the future trends and potential developments and potential impact on business strategies. So I would like to address now the first question, perhaps to all panelists. How do you understand location intelligence? And how does that differ with the geospatial technologies in the past? So maybe we can start with Ibu Luciana.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Pak Wijaya. Location intelligence, I think that is the breakthrough from the old, the old practices in distribution. Because I'm the managing director from PTSC Johnson and Son Indonesia, which is, I think, the consumer is the most important, is a king for us. And then, of course, the distribution in Indonesia is really big, really big country with its spreading of 30,000 of island, which is the distribution is very, very big challenge for us. The intelligent location, I think this is very, very segmented, the geography, where particularly we know exactly what we would like to distribute. What is the priority we would like to distribute? I think formally we just, mapping for the coverage plan, for, the experience that the people should go to the field and then see what is the potential outlet that we would like to distribute. But with the intelligence location, I think we can identify exactly what we would like to distribute. And we can control by using more online system to control. Thanks for BVARTA that we have chosen the BVARTA for the location intelligence in this case. And then I think that is very, very much for the efficiency of our distribution. Because the FMCG, the offline business is still big in Indonesia. The online, I think, probably at the moment we can achieve about 5% of the total revenue, but the offline is still playing very, very important role for Indonesian people, because Indonesian consumer, they like to go out to shop and to see it themselves. I think that is the difference. So the difference also, including the optimization of the capital, human capital, what we have, the optimization, and then the efficiency, more focused on where we would like to invest our money in this thing. This one thing is, I can, assure you that if the company is not growing, which means it's dying. So by, the help of location intelligence of BVARTA, we can, on process, growing our business in the right place. Thank you.
Thank you, Bu Luciana. I think the key points, the key takeaways, by implementing location intelligence, you think that it's more efficient in terms of distribution, in how you utilize human capital, so people don't have to go around too much and just rely on the location intelligence. It's more efficient. And now let's go to our second panelist, Pak Palinggoman. So, what do you think? What is location intelligence for you and your company?
All right, thank you, Pak Glenn. So we are coming from a company that already established around 100 years ago, Frisian Fact Indonesia. So already established 100 years, and we want to transform the company, and we have a big mission, which is to nourish Indonesia to progress. And again, Indonesia, as like Luciana mentioned, that we have many islands. In the statistics that we have around 83,000 of kelurahan or village, right? And if we want to attack off the kelurahan, we don't have any resources. We don't have that many capital that we want to invest to salesmen to open up stores on the all Indonesia. But we need to do a smarter investment to choose which area that we want to cover first, and let's prioritize our area that this is the potential area. Previously, when I joined the company, I talked with the sales directors, I talked with the GM from the area that already have experience with 25 years in the field, and I'm a new joiner, and I want to transform how they work, how they view the salesman coverage and etc. And also combine with the marketing. So which area that really, for example, we have a diverse product. We have one RTD product for kids, we have RTD product for young adult, and also we have RTD product for mom and a family. Every product is segmented, right? So we need to market up this segmented product with the with the right area to target. So for example, for Yangs, we don't want to create advertising or something like that in the area with, let's say in a plant in Cikarang, for example, but we want to advertise this product to area with the many young people that maybe they gather with friends, etc. But for kids product, then our target is the moms, not the kids, because the kids doesn't know what is the advertising, and if they get SMS or post notification, they might be just swipe up the notification. So that's why to understand on distribution and also to understand the consumer, like I think what Bu Luciana mentioned, that this is the intelligence that we want to combine before we come up from digital transformation until today. That's from my side. Thank you.
Thank you, Pak. So it's more or less the same, being closer to consumers and more efficient distribution system. Now we go to our third panelist, Pak Pranoto Tomo. Do you share the same view as the other panelists, that location intelligence really is about optimizing distribution system and being closer to the consumers?
Okay, thanks, Glenn. So echoing with Bu Luciana and Pak Parling thought about the location intelligence, I think we were in a retail industry, so I worked with the MAP group, Mitra Di Perkasa. We have more than 1,000 point of sales. Just a bit flashback when it comes to the approach post-pandemic period, because a lot of happening in the unprecedented situation, right? We cannot just rely on what our people did extra miles effort on the ground to generate the volume, but we need to be conscious about the expansion, because in our approach in retail industry, location is very important. So during the preliminary, in the previous approach, it was a very manual basis. While we only generate from our source, but then with the location intelligence, I think it's a combine between art and science, because art is a part of the, when you approaching a new location or potential area which needs to be your next opportunity, combining with the location intelligence is part of the science, because based on the analytical data, we can understand how the potential area in our point of sale spanning across Indonesia, in every single business and categories has their own treatment. So I think, in my opinion, with the location intelligence, we can generate very proven data, and also mapping our competitor analysis, which should be important for our next approach. That's, I think, my thought on this.
Thank you, Pak. Now we go to Pak Slamet. Any thoughts, Pak, on when you hear about location intelligence, what comes to mind?
Okay, hello everybody, good morning, and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Slamet Sumartono from PLN, Power Utility Indonesia. For me, as IT department, for support the company, especially on GIS system solution and data analytic, if we talk about location intelligence, for me means how to optimize the data, location, of course, for identify the opportunity for improvement. As a example, we support some stream related to power generation, transmission, distribution, and of course the customer or retail. All stream need location data. The issue is how we use the data to create new value, and of course we also support the initiative from our CEO, transformation, digital transformation. I think that's it.
Thank you. I think still the same points basically, efficiency and how to improve.
Yeah.
So location intelligence technology basically improves the way we work, and it doesn't replace humans, but as humans we will need to learn how to use and adapt with the technology. So now coming to a more specific question. Again, this is all general to all panelists. How do you address challenges related to data silos and integration across different systems? So to repeat, how do you address challenges related to data silos and integration across different systems? Now let's start from
Okay.
Pak Slamet.
The silo of data. Yeah, yeah. This for PLN it's very challenging. Yeah, challenging. As a big company in Indonesia, yeah, and we have many surrounding system. Yeah, and of course we have integrated system automation, but the packaging system cannot serve the special need for our operation staff, for example. Yeah, that's why our unit often develop the application, small application, and the result is silo data. Yeah, especially for issue related to location or GIS system. We do the offering of map service, and data service, and of course we build the data structure and data governance program, to make sure the data can connect, and the data is related to our critical success factor for every process, for every business process. That's we do.
But how do you told us about the challenge, that there are data silos, but how do you prevent, or how do you, there are data silos, but then how you integrate these data?
The answer is back to basic. We start from data collection, how the data collecting, data collection from event in every business process, and we ingest the data to our big data, outer data warehouse system, and I think as a common practice for that platform, we do extract, transform, and load the data, to make the data collecting for every stream, in PLN, can relate it, to our use case, business use case, and we have identified the pain point, from every business process owner. That's the trigger. We use top-down approach, and combine it with bottom-up approach, I think.
Okay, thank you, Pak Slamet. Now we go to Pak Pranoto. So again, the same question: how do you address data silos, and how do you integrate these data spread across so many silos?
Okay, so there are so many data which has been provided by our internal business unit. So because in our cases there are so many business unit, right? It's comprised from the fashion and accessories, food and beverage, sport and active, and also tech retail as well. So in the current data analytic, there are some dedicated people who provide the data from our offline combined with our online channel as well. Because post-pandemic period, we apply omni-channel, so it's not only rely on the offline, but also from the online as well. However, the challenge was when we collect a lot of data, for example, like conversion rate, productivity per square meter for every single POS across different area. Somehow, we've just realized that every business sector has their own treatment, right? So we cannot just compiling from one sector into another business unit. So it's also affecting our mutual approach when it comes to the external stakeholder. That is why with the current data, we've tried to explore with some of the sourcing, especially when it comes to the location intelligence. We really need to understand how we optimize the existing data compared with the mapping analysis, definitely with the competitor as well. So we really understand on how we want to move forward with this dynamic environment. Definitely in terms of the current positioning, we have a lot of source, but then again, when it comes to the combining two part, like what I just mentioned, between art and science, with the proven data, we can generalize and also we can have better understanding on how we want to move forward with this. I think that's the main interesting part of this, when the challenges also remain and about the integrated data, because in the previous approach, it was very manually, right? You just can compile from the other function into another function, like in our cases, like business development, operation, brand, merchandising, in every single SKU. But then with the integrated data, we strongly believe that we can navigate the challenge, especially of omni-channel, online to offline, social chat and commerce. And with the proven data, we can digest and we can adapt properly on this. That's what my thought.
Okay, thank you, Pak. And what about Pak Parlinggoman's view on this? Is it the same as what Pranoto and Pak Slamet have told us?
Yep. But for FMCG, basically we have one system that implemented to all OPCO, all our country. For example, like Frisian Campina, when I look at this issue, we have two kind of issue. First internally and also externally. So even you have one system, but when you go to daily business process, then this is different. For example, like when I joined the regional team, when I sit Indonesia and also sit in Vietnam, when people working in the Ho Chi Minh and also in Hanoi and compared to Jakarta, we are using one system, but the data that fill into the system is different. So even with one system, we also see a silo in here. So that's why in the regional team, we create a one standard rule to governance. Again, governance is important to avoid these data silos and data coming from the multiple system into one single source of truth. But the next question is externally. For example, Indonesia, I think, from my point of view, we are lucky enough. We have a good complete data from the government. So we have open data from government. We know the boundaries of kelurahan. We know the puskesmas. We know another attribute that we want to have from the government. But if we compare to another country, our neighbors, when we combine external data, this is a little bit hard when we combine it to the single platform. So that's why another things that we are looking for and also we are researching is, can we bring external data to our system? Because looking at Indonesia, yes, we have, but looking at other country in Southeast Asia especially, we don't have that. Excluding Singapore, we don't have that kind of create quality data that we want to, the standard that we have right now. Thank you.
Now on to Bu Luciana.
Well, thank you. As I mentioned before, that a company is growing or you are dying. So, growing means that you can grow at the top line, but you have to really take care of the bottom line. So, which means the company should profitably growth. I see. If you are talking of silo of the data, probably I can mention probably hundreds of silo in the company. That is, consists by finance department, marketing department, production, distribution, many others, and inventory. If I mention that, it's really hundreds of silo. With the location, I give the example of location intelligence with the smaller scope of the distribution. So you also get a silo, which how the coverage, how the people going to the location, how we identify the market, how we know the edge, how we improve the market of one area geography, especially in the East Indonesia, which is is very rare touch by the distribution. I think the silo that is from the geography, so many silo also from the type of outlet for the modern market, for the retailer, for the wholesaler. There's always small silo which we have to really overcome the challenge to the integrated visualization, to the one data and one report, which the debt management can decide faster and right. I think that is a very important. To overcome this, I think one is the human capital, how we educate them with the friendly user tools to teach them how to transformation themselves, which is, this is more to motivate them, that is we give the easier tool to give the small silo from one salesman to the supervisor, to the manager. I think that is the biggest challenge is to encourage the behavior of the people to change. I think that is the one challenge, very big. You need motivation. You need challenge, you need education, a lot of things you have to do. And then the second one, how the silo really, you have to capture in one not overcome and not overdo the number, but you can really choose the right reports and the right measurement, the key success factor, what we can really visualize in the dashboard. I think I just learned from Microsoft, really a partnership with BVRTA to produce one fabric software, Microsoft Fabric, and which I think many software you can really capture all the silo into important report to each department. I think each department really have the key success factor, which is they can analyze the data and see what they can decide right and profitably and cost effective and efficiently. I think that is the talents of the silo. Thank you.
Thank you, Bu Luciana. I think you touched upon an important point there. After you you acknowledge that there are data silos, you acknowledge the challenges, then you mentioned about tools, right? But how do you choose the right tool for the right needs in your company? Is there any special thought process on, okay, how to select among all these tools available in the
Yes, I
market?
think
Yes.
one, you have to really give the simple and not overdo, not offer data. What is this thing, to choose what is most important for them to know. And then the tools is really, I think, for them is, one is you have to be user friendly. If you don't have the very complicated, but you don't expect them would like to do. The first one should be easy and applicable, and they feel that this tool is important for them, not to threaten, not to control, but they feel that this is important for my performance. This is the easy way for me to do my job. I think that is that is the tools. I mean, should be, one is the user-friendly, really, yeah. And then the challenge is the government should, the area can be improved. This is the internet problem. I think this is a challenge for the government or for all the stakeholders or a startup can think that, the internet can be improved throughout Indonesia, not only in Java, but should be in Kalimantan, Sulawesi, and everywhere. I think all the location intelligence, we have to also need the internet data, the Wi-Fi everywhere, and then I think that is very, very essential for the success of the distribution using the BVRTA, and then you can tapping for, you need the Wi-Fi. I think the internet infrastructure can be improved in Indonesia. Yeah, thank you.
Now, move to Pak Parlinggoman. So, having heard about the sort of case studies from Bu Luciana, how do you see the implementation of the same strategy that Bu Luciana has mentioned in your company in terms of selecting the tools that are user-friendly? Do you have any other metrics to choose certain tools?
Okay, so for example, like use case Indonesia, right? As I mentioned, Indonesia is having 83,000 kelurahan or village. Then if, let's say, there is a tools that can show to the area or sales manager or area manager that you need to prioritize kelurahan A and they prioritize kelurahan B, for example. So these tools need to show why the kelurahan A is important, why kelurahan B is important, right? So that's the first one. Either sales, either rotation of SKU of sales in that kelurahan, and also when we talk with the marketing team and also the sales, there is again connecting with your previous question. There is also another silo. For example, maybe if you ask the four panelists in here in Bandung, which kelurahan that have high potential sales, maybe everyone have different answers. So same with the sales area, and also when we discuss with the area team that this is the silos that we have. But if we have one platform that can show this area is potential because of A, B, C, D, E, rather than you word versus my word, then this is a great tools and great showcase to the salesman that, and also sales area that this is important, this is unimportant, stop this and focus on this one. That's the, again, connecting to the North Star metric, which is sales and also distribution, or number of distribution or weighted distribution that you choose. So that's the key KPI that we want to show in your application.
Okay. Thank you, Pak Parlinggoman. Now we move on to Pak Pranoto. Again, in terms of selecting the right tools to address all these challenges you described, what do you see is the most important thing in selecting any tool? Is it the user friendliness? Is it the price? Is it the fact that the team has used this particular software for a long time? So is it loyalty to a certain software, legacy software, or is there any other thing that really is the driver of the decision of, how do you decide a specific tool?
Okay, thank you. So when we talk about the preference to choose the tools, well, basically in our current approach, we've already have some of the application as well when it comes to the location intelligence. However, the challenge of the current application was it's too general. I mean, like retail is a detail. It's not only matters of the potential of the area, the demographic, and so on and so forth. But then it needs to be critical with the data. So it's not only user friendly nor the pricing, but the most important things I think for us is about the accessibility, multiple function, reliability, and data proven. Because we need to convince not only with our port, with the external part as well, along with our valuable customer. Because in our expansion, spanning across all Indonesia with more than 1,000 point of sales, including the distribution channel as well. Now we are trying to leverage our positioning towards the street level concept, because normally it was in the shopping center. So in order to get the better and ideal location in the street level concept, we couldn't just rely on the internal data, but then with the new tools which we were in discussion with Bumi Varta for the Lokasi app. So I think it will helpful for us in terms of the positioning of not only providing the socio-economic density, nor the potential of the area, but then it can generate the mapping analysis on with the competitor analysis as well. So by having those critical data, we can leverage and upscale our business and convince in the internal stakeholder that, hey, look, this is the way that we can move forward with this, with the proven data, and also proper feasibility study. That's our preference. Thank you.
Thank you. Now, for Pak Slamet, because you're working for PLN, there must be some differences compared to the private sector. Any specific difference between the private sector and the public sector in selecting any tool? Is there any decision-making process that is only found in the public sector?
In PLN, we talk about critical data, especially for critical infrastructure data. First consideration is secure. Secure. We choose the solution with the best security system, and the second is the solution must be provide the value proposition related to our strategic, and special for give special solution related to critical data. We hope the system cannot running on our private cloud, and it will be better running on premise, on premise. And currently, PLN still upgrade the capacity of GIS platform, for offering map service and GIS service for all stream that I previously, yeah. And then our strategy is how to PLN reach the data, yeah. For example, from BV, yeah. And of course, we must evaluate, yeah, the value of data, yeah. The comparison between business value and value of data. I think that's.
Okay, Pak Slamet, you bring us to the next topic, which is very important. It's about data security, right? Recently, we heard about the massive data breach happening, and everyone has been talking about it. And sometimes I just decide not to open some WhatsApp groups because they're talking about this topic endlessly. But today, this morning, we need to address this issue, and given the fact that data security is paramount, right, in location intelligence. So now I want to pose a question about how each of you in your respective company have addressed issues relating to data privacy, data security, and ethical considerations pertaining to location data. Perhaps we can start with Bu Luciana.
About the security, of course, in the company you should have the policy for the to keeping the data all, you know, in secure and confidentiality. You have the procedure. What is the whole data? How do you update for the, you know, for the security separate from the company? I mean, you should have the daily updates. You have to weekly update and then monthly update, and then keep it, if possible, you keep it in the one server out from your location, which means if something happen or crash of the data, or the you know, unexpected, the fire, whatever damage in our system, so we still have the data. I think that the security of the data, and then the confidentiality of the data. Of course, we have such a secrecy agreement, such as of ethic of conduct from all the employee, which should be trained to them how they you know, do and don't in the company, what you have to do the data, and then using the password is very important. Who can access the data using the password, and then we have the code of ethics. We have something, you know, confidential agreement for the you know, very sensitive area. I think the code of ethics every year we have to train to them what, and also to access the data. We have the procedure to you know, to open the data, and for example, the marketing department, they can open only for what important data for them, especially in the finance department data is more you know, rigid and sensitive. I think that depends on who is important, but basically you should have the data, the policy that how to secure your data from damage of the system. And the second one is the, you know, the confidentiality of the data. I think that is, you know, the practices in our company.
Thank you, Bu Luciana. Now to Pak Pranoto. So, given all the scope of work that is related to privacy is so complicated in a company, in your company, do you have any specific person or department to address privacy, especially given the fact that the personal data protection law is going to be fully implemented in October, although we don't have the PDP authority in place right now, but how do you prepare for the upcoming full implementation of PDP especially?
Okay, thank you. So in our company, we have dedicated department. So it's combining the practices between the IT department, internal audit, and also what we call is like the risk management department. So it's not only securing us from the internet nor disruption in terms of the data approach, but then it's also divided into some of the practice on the ground, I mean like in the stores. So we've split it into some of the categories in terms of data share, which normally every single business unit has their own restriction. For example, for every particular master data is only head of department, which can be accessed through the multiple access and password, but then there is some of the common data which can be accessed towards their team. So in order to protect, we are not only conduct on the random check, but also in a weekly, daily basis, especially in the stores, but in head office, we conduct the weekly and monthly basis in terms of the protection the data and also maintaining and ensure that this data is still updated with the some of the firewall. Yeah, I think.
But if I may interject, Pak Pranoto, what about location data? Which department usually has access to location data?
For the location data specifically, again, the user belongs to the real estate department, or we call it the business development, because they are the one who are totally responsible to manage the existing data, not the future development data. But then it's already integrated and merged with the finance as well, because we are not only capturing the existing data, but also all of the commercial area or the perspective of the agreement. So it's combining into one master data. But then in terms of the who's gonna accessibility of the data is belongs to the business development.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you, Pak Pranoto. So do we have time for Q&A? Right? So let's open the floor.
Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Thanks for coming. I guess you already know me. My name is Min, and I work with Martin and BBT. And my question is to all of you. Mostly, I'm more interested in private sector. What was the thing, or what was the business decision that made you engage with BBT, and how will you foresee to integrate technologies like what BBT does into your, whether it is a process optimization or growing the top line, making sure that your bottom line is good, and how will you integrate that into your overall corporation roadmap in near term, mid term, and in a long term? Thank you.
Okay, maybe we can start with Pak Slamet.
Okay, thank you for the question. The expectation about BVT. For PLN, especially my department, give special solution that's offering GIS service for all BPO and all stream, from generation, environment, there are wide area we spot, Pak. Yeah. For example, related to our strategy to renewable energy and environment issue, yeah, we must collect the environment data, of course, yeah, and biodiversity, yeah, to identify the location to develop electricity. Yeah, the city planning, we need environment data, yeah, administration data like kelurahan, ya, desa, ya, batas kecamatan, and in other strategy for drive the increasing of renewable energy, we initiate the planning of EV station, yeah. That of course we need some data from BPT maybe related to traffic, yeah, and POI, yeah, POI, which is near location or asset owned by PLN. And related to economical data, yeah, we agree if we BVT can provide the economic data for me, for PLN.
Okay. What about Pak Pranoto?
Okay, thank you. Allow me to respond. This is the most interesting part. So, like what I mentioned before, we have current apps, but it's only generate a very general approach in terms of the location. But then, when it comes to the business expansion, we really need single apps that can generate not only profiling the area, but also this app can profiling our market analysis in terms of the competitors and so on and so forth, because some of our brand is not the exclusively for us. I mean, like there are some of differentiation in our another distributor. So we really need to be conscious when it comes to the business expansion. By having single apps can give us very proven data, profiling the market. It's not only the cities, but also in the every region. For example, in Jakarta, Jabodetabek, there are some hidden spots that in the previous approach we cannot do it, anything in terms of convincing from the internal to approach this particular expansion. But then our expectation, where we are having discussion with BVT through the Lokasi apps, is a single apps that we are expecting to have more data, nor scientific complementing for the support of our decision making. Because again, between art and science, we strongly believe there should be a mutual decision maker which can be generated for that. Thanks.
Pak Palinggoman, your turn.
Thank you. From us, I think in the beginning we are very confident that our data is enough to cover distribution. But when we talk with BVT, right, and this is like an opener for us. Oh, we missing this hidden spot. We missing this hidden gem, something like that. We missing some area in Kabupaten Malang, something like that. So this is something that eye opener for us. And second one is, why should we trust this data? So that's why, because we already have the current data, and when we look at the data, then okay, this is when we do the sanity check, then the data is quite good, then we need to trust this data. So this is like an opener, and also we are trusting with the data quality. So that's why we want to engage with BVT. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. I think the data that the bottom line of all the location intelligence that is increase the revenue. We can see whether this program is successful or not. We should prove it by the increase of sales. Well, how do we see really the location intelligence? Can we, at the management, can we analyze how we control it every day? I think actually we have, with the location intelligence, we can plot what is the budget of the distribution and the cases, the revenue they can achieve by regionally, by by location, let's say, by 1 kilometer square. And then, so from there, we have all the salespeople go there, we have the budget, and we have the coverage plan every day, which location they have visited, and how many cases, what is the productive call they can get from one day. I give the example that the salesman, one day, they have to visit 30 locations, and how many order happen with the 30 outlet. So we can control from the bottom up, from the salesman to supervisor. Supervisor can see exactly what is the, so we can our planning in the future. What is the outlet we have to cover, and what is the revenue we can get from then? Of course, this will be support by the thematic in the BVR, I think in the location intelligence, we have the thematic data, which is the marketing can really focus what he is going to do in that geography, what I'm saying. So not only the distribution, so the marketing effort, the spending of the advertising, promotion, and deal, we can really focus which area. So for the planning, for the budget planning, for the business plan, for let's say 3 years, we really can, forecast it. We can re-estimate for the 3 years what we are going to do, what is the priority. So by control from daily to weekly to monthly, I think that is we can really, hopefully we can achieve what we have targeted, what we have budgeted for another 3 years, what is the investment we have to do, and then I think the distribution investment in terms of the people, the human capital, the inventory, and then the capital of the inventory, and then the new warehouses. I think that is what we invest is really, really effective and efficient. And you can see from the return of investment, how many years that we can get the return from one geography. We open the new location everywhere. So we have to really focus for the first year what are we going to achieve, and then what is the second year we would like to achieve, and then what the third year, what is the investment we are going to do, and how long is the ROI will be back. I think that is the tools is very helping for the strategy for the another 3 years. I think we can make the planning for that. Thank you.
Thank you, Bu Luciana. So I think this is worse than Martin's case. Now the monitor is turned off. So I don't know, should we have another question from the public? Or should we wrap up? Okay. So for the benefit of everyone, I think the key takeaways from this panel session is that yes, location intelligence is beneficial for market expansion and revenue optimization. There are challenges with regard to data silos, and I believe Bumi Varta Technology can address that challenge. And I believe also that BVT can address the data privacy challenges. And if not, Martin can ask me to help with the legal issue. Okay, I think that's all. Now I would like to invite the CEO of BVT to handle the certificates.
For Martin, welcome to the stage to taking all the photos together. Yeah, so please give a round of applause to our panelists on the second session. It was such a wholesome session.